Many of you should be familiar with Stardew Valley, a game that took the internet by storm for its simplicity and beauty. The game is similar to games like Minecraft and Harvest Moon in the style and pace of it, but also has elements of life sim and RPGs. This strange blend of genres combine like a soup or some other food stuff, and make possibly my favourite game ever, and many others too. Stardew Valley started development all the way back in the prehistoric times of 2011. Eric Brony had graduated from university with a degree in coding and computing and came up with the idea of making a game to improve his skills in art, coding and composition. This will also prove handy as he could put it on his resume. It was conceived as a love letter to the Harvest Moon series, as growing up Brony was a big fan of them. He was also inspired by other RPG/simulation/farming games like Terraria, Minecraft and Animal Crossing. Originally he planned to release it on the Xbox Live Indie games due to how easy it was to publish, but over time found that Stardew Valley would keep growing in scale, much larger than he originally anticipated. Instead, he opted to announce it using Steam's Greenlight system to see how many people would be interested. The game exploded in popularity with many users supporting the project. In Stardew Valley, you are a new farmer in the small, closely knit community of Pelican Town. You work on the fields of your grandfather's old estate, planting crops, clearing debris and repairing, as well as customizing it to make it your own. Throughout this, you interact with the NPCs of the town, all with unique personalities, jobs and interests. Forging a good enough relationship can unlock unique scenes, and you can even date and marry some of them, allowing them to move into your house. There are also side quests that can reward the player with events, such as repairing the community centre by completing bundles for Junimos. The game also includes mining, which plays simulated dungeon crawlers with enemies and rewards on different floors of the mines. The game has two bars for gauging what you're capable of doing: energy, which is consumed when doing tasks like mining and farming, as well as HP, which you should all know what it does. This only appears when in the mines, as that's where the enemies are. The last profession is fishing, my personal favourite, which is more active than farming but less dangerous than mining. On top of all these features there are secret notes, which are small notes informing the player about Pelican Town, such as secrets, NPC interests, or more quests. Lastly, at least the last feature I'll talk about now, is Ginger Island, added in a recent update. Its new location unlocked by repairing Willie's boat. Here you meet Leo, a new NPC that can come back to the main town to play with the other children if you're good enough friends with them. There is also the volcano, the Alolan form of the mines, where you find the mysterious forge which can provide benefits to your tools. There is so much more about this game that I can't list for the sake of time, but I recommend this game above any other. The music of Stardew Valley has been highly praised for the mix of instruments and for how fitting it is for the style of the game. Each track really feels nice and reflects the feeling the game gives to you, as well as enhancing the homely, cozy and wholesome atmosphere. Some of my personal favourites include Spring, The Valley Comes Alive, Movie Theatre and Mind's Cloth, all of which are being played throughout the video. Pelican Town is a small town in the valley with many residents that are lovely to forge bonds with. Except Lynn. Fuck Lynn. I'm kidding slightly. You find different areas on the map including the Secret Woods, Wizard Tower, Quarry and Spa that are all unlocked through progression in the game, and each area feels unique but at home in the town. People's houses are open at different times and you must work around their schedules as if they were real people and not robots that open and close at fixed times every day. Once you unlock the key to the town, an item obtained by completing a quest at Ginger Island, you can enter wherever you want, but the NPCs will not be ready until their normal opening times. All the NPCs have different favourite and hated items that can increase or decrease how much they like you. These can be found in secret notes or by opening the wiki, something you'll be doing a lot during this game. Each NPC has a life that they'll tell you about, and you get to experience with a high enough stats with them. As aforementioned, the romanceable NPCs will move in with you and provide unique items such as weapons, boots, or just cool decorations. There are also seasonal events marked by the calendar outside Pierre's store. Obviously there are birthdays where giving a gift rewards the player with more hearts than usual, but there are also festivals that parallel real world events such as Easter, Halloween and Christmas. Here you can buy seasonal items, a star drop, which I'll talk about later, and rare and unusual decor. Keep an eye if you wish to obtain the rare crows, collectible variants of the scarecrows. Stardew Valley does not follow a fixed plot outside of in-game events like the Wizard and Ginger Island, and instead is decided by the choices the player makes. Choosing to become friends with different NPCs can vastly change what you do and the items you get. To fully experience and enjoy the game, you have to follow the role-playing part of it, a part I usually struggle with as I tend not to immerse myself due to a lack of interest. But Stardew has been one of the only games to really captivate me and make me feel like I'm in the game, meaning the writing must be good. In all honesty, I have very little to complain about. The game has been polished to a T. Some choices made feel annoying at times, such as the lack of fast travel outside the minecart repair you make mid-late into the game, or the return step to which you get very late game. This was done on purpose to keep in line with the take your time feeling Brony wanted, but passing out at 2 AM or missing a shop's closing time can be very frustrating. Another inconvenience is the inability to stop debris on your farm until you get the golden clock, another very late game building, but other than these nitpicks, the game is pretty much the icon of a perfect game. In conclusion, anyone watching this review should play Stardew Valley, and I'm going to say something that I myself don't do much. Take it seriously and genuinely enjoy the game. It hits so much harder if you play it by yourself and immerse yourself in the wholesome tones of the valley. I can't recommend it enough. Play it before any other game I recommend. This gets my greatest seal of approval I've ever given out on my first 10 out of 10.